Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome here to the Cannon Athletic Center for tonight's GMAC Women's Volleyball Contest. The Lake Erie Storm are our visitors here from Painesville, Ohio. Lady Jackets, the final weekend of the regular season. Now, as the home team, wearing their light blue jerseys down below. The Storm of Lake Erie in the light gray jerseys. Jim Clark here with you, former coach, and my wife, Teresa Clark, for the analysis. And Coach Clark, our records don't really match up well, but you never know, and it's GMAC volleyball, what you expect.
It's GMAC volleyball at the end of the season, and so, teams get better and better and better as the season goes on, and you always want to finish strong, and so I'm sure Lake Erie has that mindset as well. The only thing I'd bring to mind is that it's hard to compare because they're in two divisions here in the GMAC, and Lake Erie lost to Malone in 5, but Cedarville was able to beat them in 3 in the last couple of weeks, and so I think if you look at that, and Cedarville is at home, but we got to wait and see what the action brings because Lake Erie could have more offensive tools than we realize.
Lady Jackets of Cedarville, 13-15 overall, 8-9 in the GMAC with just 2 matches remaining. Lake Erie at 4-24 and 3-14 in the GMAC. They are in the North Division. Lady Jackets in the South. Storm coming in having lost 4 consecutive matches. Lady Jackets having won 2, beating Trevecca here last week at home and then defeating Thomas More. A lot at stake here for the Lady Jackets. We'll talk more about that later, but the match is underway. First serve belongs to Lake Erie. Here's the first set of the night from Kaylee Matney, and a first attack from the night from Greta Blakemore sails off the back line. That will be a point for Lake Erie.
And again, the Lake Erie has put the ball in action, and Cedarville has not kept it in bounds, but it's just the first point of the set.
Serve put over the net by Simone Schur, the setter for Lake Erie. Here's a shot from the left side from Cam Davenport. That one also off the back line, and it's quickly 2-0 in favor of Lake Erie.
And right now, Cedarville is playing just reaction to the ball. A little bit flat, but it's only 2.
Simone Schur, another serve for the Storm, second on the team with 31 aces, and there's a nice set and a nice hit from the middle hitter, Janae Heegard, to put the first point of the night on the board for Cedarville.
And that's what Cedarville needed to do. They needed to get the set high enough for the offensive tools that Cedarville has to get up and send it down.
Junior Greta Blakemore on the serving line. Here's an attack from the left side, dug on the back row by Abby Kuiper, and the set from Matney over the top of the head of Heegard. Couldn't quite connect. It's 3-1 Lake Erie. Now serving for the Storm, it's Taylor Metzler. She's a senior. Nice serve there. Blakemore handles it. Matney has to track it down. Here's a back row tap from Abby Kuiper, blocked at the net by Juliana Krabash, a 5'10 senior middle hitter, and quickly it's 4-1 Lake Erie over Cedarville.
And Cedarville needs to communicate and needs to get in rhythm. So far, they have not been successful at their serve receiver passing game.
Another serve from Taylor Metzler, sends it deep. Felton on the back row for the Lady Jackets. There's the attack from the middle. A great save on the back line. Now a free ball going to Cedarville. That will go off the back line as Abby Kuiper watches it go out of play. 4-2 Lake Erie.
Lake Erie did a nice job of keeping that ball in play, but Cedarville was able to follow it all the way to the end line and made sure it was out, and it was. It's a 2-4 game.
Sophomore outside hitter Cam Davenport from Roanoke, Virginia, serves it. 25 aces on the year. Back row attack coming there from the Storm. Davenport and Felton on the free ball. Storm reset the offense. Left side attack put there by Lake Erie, defended by Blakemore. Heegard goes up strong and puts it in the back corner for a kill for the sophomore from Illinois.
And Heegard did a great job of not only getting high, but taking a look and seeing the deep left corner wide open. Lake Erie's defense had come up, and she kept it in bounds.
That one will be blocked at the net. Lady Jackets, not sure it cleared the net. They're going to say it did. It is a 4-4 score. Another serve from Davenport into the net. It goes. Point back to Lake Erie. comes a serve from Juliana Krabash for Lake Erie. Back row attack, Blakemore, handled on the back line by Metzler, I should say, of Lake Erie. There's a great dig by Felton on the back line. Push shot there by Blakemore, defended by Lake Erie, but not able to keep it in play with Juliana Krabash, and we find ourselves tied at 5. Talia Felton, junior from Cleveland, Ohio, 28 aces on the year. 366 digs for the 5'5" libero. Set at the net, right side attack, put down with some power, saved by Davenport, and a battle at the net will be won by sophomore setter Kaylee Matney of Cedarville. Felton to serve it, goes deep. And that pass on the back line from Metzler found nobody waiting for the second ball. 7-5 Cedarville.
You certainly don't want to see that lack of communication or effort at this stage of the season.
Felton, another good serve, passed up on the back line. Your right side attack put across. Davenport with the dig. Matney outside to Madeline Hensley. She fires that one down. Hensley's first attack of the night. It's beautiful, and it's 8-5 Cedarville.
And that started with a great pass right in the hands of Cedarville's setter, and she was able to put it exactly where Hensley wanted it.
Here comes the set from Schur of Lake Erie. Left-hand shot cannot be fielded cleanly by Talia Felton.
Lake Erie comes right back, showing their offensive muscle, as we used to say.
That kill going to Dora Ola. She leads the team coming in. She's a senior from Hungary. 266 kills on the year, make it 267 after that last point. Davenport on the serve receive. Matney, another nice set outside to Hensley. This one put down and out of play down below us. The ball ricochets off and hits the scorer's table point. And a kill for the Lady Jackets.
And number 7 senior on Lake Erie side is a hustler.
Kaylee Matney serving now with the Lady Jackets up by 3. Left side attack, partially blocked at the net. Hensley, free ball, kept alive by Felton of Cedarville. Hensley goes up again, cross court. There's a dig attempt by Ola, and a great hustle play by Lake Erie results in a point off the kill from Jessica Ickes of the Storm. First serve of the night will be Dora Ola. We mentioned a senior from the country of Hungary. Matney back set to Cassie Shields out there for the first time tonight. A great dig on the back line by Lake Erie, and a shot going to the back left corner off the arms of Davenport for a kill for Lake Erie.
And just like we suspected, Lake Erie is here to play. They have nothing to lose but to give it all on the court, and so far they are doing that.
No doubt. Another serve there will be into the net. It goes. First missed serve for Lake Erie, giving Cedarville the 2-point lead at 10-8. Madeline Hensley, the freshman out of Delaware, on the serving line. Solid pass right there. Here's a quick set in the middle. Passed up by Hensley on the back line. Back set to Blakemore out there from the right side. Deflected off the hands of Sarah Layden of Lake Erie.
We've said it all season. Blakemore just consistent. When you give her the ball, she makes something happen.
Blakemore's second kill of the evening early here in set number 1. Big block to the net. That'll be a kill from the middle attack. Put up there by Nia Fuggs, a freshman for Lake Erie. Right through the block.
It's been a long time since we've seen a block from the one side of the net get tooled and go out of bounds opposite side.
That was a powerful hit there by Fuggs of Lake Erie. There's a point for Lady Jackets, finding space just inside that far sideline to make it a 12-9 score. Cedarville up on top. Greta Blakemore, team leading 3 kills here in the early going. And Cassie Shields, the sophomore from Westminster, Maryland, on the jump serve. Powerful shot across the net, defended by the Storm. One-hand save by Matney on the kill attempt from Lake Erie. Now they'll go left side attack, blocked right back down by Heegard and Blakemore, Cedarville.
And I've been waiting to see that block on Cedarville's side of the court, or the side of the net on their court. And finally we get a solid block, sending it straight down. Cedarville's up 13-9.
Cassie Shields, a high toss in the air on the jump serve, barely cleared the net. Another good solid serve receive, and Fuggs on the right side over the block of Davenport and Heegard for the kill for Lake Erie.
And from all the way up here, you could see where Cassie Shields went down, took her eye off the ball, and the ball came a little too fast, and she wasn't able to get under it.
Back to the serving line will be the setter, the junior from Illinois, Simone Schur. Into the net, miss serve, number 2 of the night for Lake Erie. Now Greta Blakemore, second on the team, 35 aces, junior from Lexington, Kentucky, serves it over with the left hand, and she'll be credited with the ace for Greta Blakemore.
And again, there's that consistent junior getting it done, whether she's in the back row or the front row.
209 kills on the year for Blakemore, 238 digs, 45 blocks. Just as you said, just a solid all-around effort for Blakemore. Big hit from the middle attack. Matney on the set. Heegard times it perfectly and puts it down, and it's 16-10 Cedarville.
And Heegard, again, she just has hang time and able to send it down and dip in front of defense, and defense is holding back, waiting for the ball. It doesn't come to them.
Here's the set from Simone Schur, right side attack, blocked right back down by Davenport and Heegard. Another good solid block, and it's 17-10 Lady Jackets. Thought maybe Coach Blatnick might be thinking about a timeout. Instead, she'll let her team work through it here.
And sometimes you have to do that.
And good call there by the head coach, as it's a missed serve. Number 2 for the Lady Jackets. 17-11 is their lead. Serving is number 13, Taylor Metzler, going after Abby Kuiper, the senior on the back line. Davenport goes up strong, deflected off the arms of libero Brooklyn Broadway for a kill for Davenport, her second of the night.
And Cedarville is starting to get back into rhythm.
Correction, that's Davenport's first kill. She's on the back line now to serve, sends it short, and that'll be a great play right there by Dora Ola to keep that ball in play. Matney outside, Hensley winds up and puts it right back down in front of the libero Brooklyn Broadway for a kill for Hensley.
And Hensley, when you give her a nice high set right in front of her, she's able to get up and send it straight down.
Here comes the set from Schur, left side attack, put down by Ola, kept in play, back row attack, Blakemore going cross court, well off the far sideline. That will be a point for Lake Erie.
And Blakemore just turned her shoulders a little too much, trying to get that sharp angle, and it went out. Cedarville up 19-12.
Juliana Krebash, a senior, on the serving line. Actually, she's going to come out of the contest, replaced by freshman setter Jenna Sales out of Davison, Michigan. 20 aces on the year for the freshman. She's on the serving line. Davenport steps in to field it. Heegard winds up strong. That one did not clear the net on the attack error. And it's a point to Lake Erie.
That time the set was a little too low. Timing was a little off as they did the slide offensive attack.
Storm down by 6. Another serve by Sales, sends it deep, fielded by Davenport. Hensley up on the left side. That one blocked back down. The ball ricochets around, kept in play by Cedarville. And a nice attack on the right side. The dig by the Lady Jackets. Matney puts it across, fielded by the Storm. Right side attack, sends it deep. Does McMore. Back row to Blakemore. Good volley by both teams right here. McMore from the right side, off the arms of Felton. Point to Lake Erie. And Coach Greg Smith of Lady Jackets will be the first coach to take a timeout. His team up by 5, but after the Storm have scored 3 straight points to make it 19-14, he'll take his first of 2 timeouts.
And one thing we didn't talk about before this set began is that Lake Erie has 8 seniors on their team, whereas Cedarville just has 2, I believe. And so you've got a younger team on Cedarville's side of the court and a more mature team that's played together on Lake Erie's side of the court. And so I love their attitude. They're not giving up. They're working through and staying focused. And Cedarville has started to get in rhythm. They are not playing flat. They played flat for the first, 5 or 6 points, but now they're getting in rhythm. They're moving faster and being more aggressive, and that's what they need to do to finish.
15th meeting all time between Lake Erie and Cedarville in volleyball. The Lady Jackets lead the series 12-2, including a win last year in early October up in Paynesville. And this Lake Erie team, you said earlier, Coach Clark, really nothing to play for other than just having a good end of their season. 3-14 in the GMAC, have been eliminated from any postseason competition. Lady Jackets definitely in the mix with a lot more to play for, but we have ourselves a pretty highly competitive contest. We're ready to go. Another serve from Sales for Lake Erie. Matney after the timeout. Hensley goes up strong over the block on the right side of the net of Lake Erie, and Cedarville has, as we call it, magic point number 20.
There's just an emotional and mental charge when you're the first team to 20, and Cedarville was able to do that with the kill from Hensley.
Talia Felton to serve it for Cedarville. Wearing the white libero jersey, softly across the net it goes. Here comes the set from Schur. Quick attack in the middle, put down there by Jessica Ickes. And off the arms of Davenport for a kill for Lake Erie. Back to serve will be junior Sarah Layden, a setter out of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. Sends it across. Matney outside the 10-foot line to Hensley. Blocked nicely on the right side by Lake Erie. Hensley will try it again. Again blocked beautifully on the right side by the Storm. That's Jessica Ickes and Naya Fuggs combining for the block.
And that's what Lake Erie needed to do, is block Hensley on the outside. She has been able to be successful in kills so far against them.
Battle at the net. That will be a net violation called against Cassie Shields as she went up. The ball went up above the scoreboard, but it comes down, and Shields in the net. And now it's just a 3-point lead for Cedarville at 20-17.
And not what Coach Smith wanted to see coming out of his timeout.
3 straight points put up by the Storm. Hensley will try and stop that momentum, and she does. 21-17 off the kill for Madeline Hensley. A match-high 5th of the night for Hensley. Kaylee Matney, high, serving deep, go back to get it was the Storm. Here's a soft play across by Lake Erie, handled by Davenport, pushed out there by Blakemore on the right side. And a free ball. Shields to Matney, outside Hensley, tip shot over the block. Well played there by Sarah Layden of Lake Erie. That one will be blocked at the net and out on the far side. It'll be a point to Cedarville. Another serve coming from the sophomore setter, Kaylee Matney. Fort Wayne, Indiana, 16 aces on the year. Big hit from number 7, Dora Ola, the 5'8" senior, puts that one down with some power. 22-18, a 4-point lead for Cedarville.
And number 7 on Lake Erie's side of the court is getting it all done defensively and offensively. She's quite the athlete.
Nice serve on the back line was Ola. Awkward play right there by Blakemore just to put the ball across the net. This will be a free ball to Cedarville, handled on the back line. Davenport, quick attack to Shields off the block, and a point and the kill for Cassie Shields.
Nice to get Cassie Shields in the mix, playing in the middle. I think last year she played outside, but she got it done. And Cedarville leads 23-18.
First kill for Cassie Shields. Madeline Hensley on the serving line. Quick attack in the middle. A great save in the back line by Hensley. All 6'3" of her got down to keep that ball in play, but a big hit on the right side is going to be good for Nia Fugg. She's an outstanding looking freshman. She gets that one down on a cross-court kill.
It's always nice to see a freshman deliver at that high level and able to be successful. Encouraging from the future of the program for Lake Erie.
Libero Brooklyn Broadway, love that name, on the serving line for Lake Erie. That attack is blocked at the net by the Storm. Blakemore from the right side tools the block, goes out of play in the back line. We find ourselves at set point, 24-19 Cedarville, and it'll be Cassie Shields on the jump serve trying to put set number 1 into the victory column for Cedarville. High toss in the air. Shields can't get it done. She sends that ball into the net. Third missed serve of the evening of this set for Cedarville. Still at set point, 24-20. Junior setter Simone Scher on the serving line. Davenport, Abby Kuiper, Felton await the serve. Davenport to Matney. Middle attack will be good by Janae Hegar. She puts down her 4th kill of the set. And set number 1 does go to Cedarville by a final score of 25-20. A very fast played, well played set by both teams, but it results in the victory for the Lady Jackets to claim set number 1.
And there were a couple really good volleys that happened during that set. Both sides playing good defense and working hard on the offensive tools that they have. I think Cedarville started out pretty flat. They didn't celebrate much. You had a couple players that were celebrating, but not as a team. And then once they kicked that in gear and started getting some offensive kills and started celebrating as a team, their energy level and their mental state of mind went up. They were a little more focused, and they had a nice little run. And then they kind of pulled back a little bit, and Lake Erie took advantage of that, and they got a little bit of a run as well, but Cedarville was able to prevail and get it done, 25-20.
As we always like to do, a few quick stat highlights for you here after set number 1. Nia Fuggs, the freshman, 3 kills for Lake Erie. Sarah Layden with 5 assists for the Storm. On the back row, it is going to be 4 digs from Taylor Metzler. 3 blocks thus far for Lake Erie, hitting at just under 14%. Lady Jackets, 4 kills each from Heegard and Blakemore, but a team-high 5 from Madeline Hensley, 15 assists from Kaylee Matney, and on the back row, 5 digs from Cam Davenport, and 3 blocks as well for Cedarville, hitting at 25%. We had just 2 tie scores and 1 lead change. Here's some replay highlights for you to enjoy.
And that's one of the last points of that set with Hensley. Here's another one going to Cassie in the middle, and she tooled the middle block. Now we're going to see Heegard getting it done. As you said with the stats, with her having 4 solid kills in that first set.
We appreciate the support, I should say, of Jermaine Ford of Beaver Creek on our replay highlights for you here on this Friday night in November, I should say. But the season winding down, just matches tonight and tomorrow in the GMAC. And we'll talk more as we go throughout the night, but 8 teams advance to the postseason GMAC tournament. The North and South Division winners automatically go, and then the next 6 teams with the best percentage record will find themselves in the 8-team postseason. Right now, Walsh, Hillsdale, Findlay, and Northwood have clinched a spot from the North. Ashland, as the leader in the South, is the only team that has found a spot in the postseason. So 4 teams. This is going to be very interesting tonight and tomorrow. 4 teams, Tiffin, Ohio Dominican, Trevecca, and Cedarville will be fighting for the final 3 spots to earn a position in that 8-team tournament. It could go right down to the wire to the final match being played tomorrow before we know for sure who those final 3 teams are in the GMAC. But again, Lady Jackets can do nothing but try their best to secure a win here tonight and then tomorrow afternoon against Ursuline.
And I like that Cedarville has the advantage of playing this weekend at home. They have been on the road a lot. Obviously, all teams have, but they were able to finish this regular season at home, and so It's always an emotional charge and just physically mindset to be able to play in front of your own fans. That fan energy often helps you through a hump.
Lady Jackets 7-5 on the home floor here in Callan. They've averaged well over 300 fans on their 12 home matches. A lot going on here this weekend on campus, so not quite the student body following as we normally like to see, but nonetheless a decent crowd that we look across and down below us as well. We're ready to go. Set number 2 will get underway. It's Cassie Shields. She'll continue the jump serve to get things going. Sending a deep corner, and it's going to be out just to our left. And up official said out. Downline official thought it might have been in, but it's going to be a miss serve for Cassie Shields. Abby Kuiper on the serve receive sends that ball up into the bleachers, or into the rafters, I should say. That will be a net violation called against Lake Erie, or a back row attack, excuse me. Point to Cedarville. We're tied at 1. Blakemore will serve it into the net on the missed serve. Number 5 of the contest thus far here early in set 2. Taylor Metzler serving for Lake Erie. Matney on the back set, slide attack to Heegard, goes well out of play on the near sideline. A kill for Janae Heegard. We are tied at 2.
And Heegard's picking it up just where she left it off after set 1.
5 kills for Heegard, 5 for Hensley to lead the offense for Cedarville. Cam Davenport looks to serve it across the net. Right side attack pushed across over the block of Cedarville. Back set it goes to Hensley. Passed up on the back line by Lake Erie's Broadway. That attack from the left side by Dora Ola goes into the net, and it's 3-2 Cedarville.
There's nothing more exciting as a front row player than to get a solid block. There's nothing more defeating than to try to get a kill and be blocked.
Tip shot on the right side, a diving save by Blakemore. Roll shot from Hensley. That will go off the back line. Good attempt there for Hensley, but giving a point to the Storm.
It was close.
Yep.
The line judge had to kind of think and pause and then made the call.
Here comes a serve from Juliana Krebash. Down low to get it was Blakemore, outside to Hensley, blocked out of play. Give a kill for Madeline Hensley on the block attempt by Lake Erie.
Hensley did a nice job of tooling the block and making sure it went out.
Celia Felton to serve it for Cedarville. A couple digs and an ace thus far for the junior. Here's the back set, right side attack. Ball cannot be kept in play as it spins around on the side of the Cedarville net, but it will be a point to Lake Erie. In to serve will be Sarah Layden. Matney on the pass from Felton. The attack from Cassie Shields. Lake Erie resets the offense. That one goes cross court. Another powerful hit from this freshman, Naya Thugs, now with 4 kills.
And we already said it in the first set. She has a bright future. She is already attacking solid as a freshman.
Davenport on the serve receive. This is Hensley up strong, partially blocked at the net, kept alive on the Lake Erie side by Thugs. Push shot by Shields, defended by the Storm. Left side attack into the net on the kill attempt from Dora Olaf.
And Olaf just had too much of a follow through, brought her arm down too far. She was too far off the net, and it didn't clear.
Matney will serve it at the 10-foot line. On the set is Layden. That will be a kill. A good attempt there by Davenport. Couldn't get to it. 6-5 Lake Erie.
And Lake Erie's just hanging around, as they say, and they've just been chipping at it, and now they're up by 1, 6-5.
Ola with her third kill. She's on the back line with the left hand. Serves it. Here's a middle attack from Blakemore with her left hand. Puts it down. And unable to keep it alive was Sarah Layden in it, 6-6.
And Blakemore just makes adjustments to wherever she is on the court to what needs to happen, and that's evidence of it on that middle attack.
Blakemore now with 5 kills. There's the serve from Hensley. Little push shot there by Fuggs. Diving save by Felton. That shot will go well out of play on the far sideline, and Lake Erie takes back the 1-point lead. Brooklyn Broadway to serve it. Junior, Edwardsburg, Michigan. Davenport to Matney, gives it right back to Cam, sends it deep, passed up by Ola, but it cannot be played at the net by the setter Layden, and it's a point to Cedarville, 7-7. Shields has rotated around. She'll be back at the serving line. High toss in the air, sends that one beautifully across the net. Kept in play by Lake Erie. Here's the dig by Kuiper. Matney backside it goes to Blakemore, right through the block on the left side of the net by the Storm, and Blakemore another kill.
And Blakemore just seems to be involved in almost every play.
Yeah.
You're saying her name a lot tonight. And Cedarville's now in the lead by 1. It's gone back and forth now for several points.
Another serve attempted here by Cassie Shields. And that one will be out of play, far sideline. Miss serve for the Lady Jackets, number 6. We're tied at 8. Junior setter Simone Schur into the rotation now to serve it for Lake Erie. Off the top of the net, a diving attempt there to keep it in play by Abby Kuiper. Blakemore off the top of the net will be good. She kind of like, whoops, a daisy, but nonetheless, it results in a kill and a point for Cedarville.
I believe she was actually attacking the ball as she was coming down from her vertical, and just was able to get the top of the net, and it rolled her way.
Blakemore, team high, match high, 7 kills on the serving line for Cedarville. A powerful hit right there by Lake Erie off the arms of Abby Kuiper up into the rafters. It comes down, cannot be fielded cleanly. We are tied at 9. And unofficially our 9th tie here of set number 2. Serve, Taylor Metzler. Blakemore to Matney. This is Davenport from the left side, blocked right back down by Lake Erie, and Matney going up strong. Thought she had an opening to put it across, but she sends that ball out of play. 10-9 Lake Erie. Felton on the serve receive. Matney, she'll try again to Davenport on the left side. Nice play right there by the setter, but put right back down by Heegard alertly to give a point to Cedarville. We're tied at 10.
Heegard just has such good court awareness, and she just reacted quickly to the ball and sent it down.
That was the setter, Simone Schur, trying to put the ball across the net quickly, but Heegard was ready for it. Left side attack by Ola. Free ball coming across the net by Davenport, put right back down by Lake Erie. Another great play at the net by Heegard to keep that ball alive. This is Ola on the roll shot. Davenport on the dig. Matney back row to Blakemore. Kept in play by Lake Erie. Davenport to Matney. Heegard in the middle. And a one-hand attempt, nonetheless, in the net called against Lake Erie's Juliana Kribosh. And a point will go to Cedarville.
Lake Erie not happy with that in the net call. Player saying, I was not, but the down official saw something.
Cam Davenport to serve it. Set by Shure. Right side attack off the top of the net. One-hand dig there by Felton. Hensley on the roll shot, left side. And a block off the attack from Lake Erie, 12-10 Cedarville. Hensley and Heegard combining for that. Davenport sends it deep. It's going to die just inside the back line for an ace serve for Cam Davenport. Her 26th ace of the season. 3-point lead now for Cedarville at 13-10.
And we used to do drills that you run back and you look at that line to make sure it's going out. And I know that Lake Erie thought that that was going to go out, but it just stayed in. Just dropped a little bit at the end there. And Cedarville now has another point and leads 14-10.
That ball was set at the net by Simone Shure. Up to get it and put it right back down was Heegard.
Yep.
Perfectly timed to an open spot. Tip shot from the right side will be good by Caitlin McMore of Lake Erie.
And that was a very effective and well-timed tip on Lake Erie's side. Cedarville's defense had pulled back, thinking it was going to be full swing.
We will get our first look here now at Emma Kuiper, the freshman, younger sister of Abby, number 10, out of Cleveland on the back line with Blakemore and Felton. Here's a slide from Heegard. That one is done to perfection. Janae Heegard puts down kill number 7.
And like we said, between for the first set and this set, Heegard's getting it done, and she continues to do that and needs to. Cedarville's lead is now 4.
7 kills, 9 attempts. Heegard hitting at 67%. Going up strong from the back line. On the middle attack was Ola. She has the dig for Lake Erie. She'll go up again, partially blocked to the net. Emma Kuiper saves it. Free ball off of Matney to Lake Erie, and miscommunication there down below between McMore and Metzler will give a point to Cedarville. 16-11 is their 5-point lead.
And Cedarville's starting to celebrate a little bit more, and that always loosens you up and if you're in a tense mode, but it gives you a charge emotionally when you're able to get a point like that last one.
Felton, ace serve off the arm, deflected out of play from Taylor Metzler. Ace for Talia Felton, and it's 17-11 Lady Jackets. Another good serve there by the junior Felton. Middle attack will be good. Nicely put there by the setter, and Jessica Ickes puts it down for her 3rd kill. Sarah Layden to serve for Lake Erie. Emma Kuiper on the serve receive. Backside it goes to Shields on a push shot. It comes back and hits her on the top of the head and goes out of play on the far sideline for a point to Lake Erie.
And just so you know, if it bounces off her head like it just did and Cedarville was able to get under it and keep it in play, it's legal.
Blakemore to Matney to Hensley, blocked out of bounds on the block attempt, and it's going to be last touched by Cedarville. It will be a point to Lake Erie.
And Lake Erie was all over that, saying they touched it, and Cedarville knew they did. They turned and nodded, and the down official caught it.
Matney back set to Shields, deflected off the top of the block, and finding space in the back corner for a kill. 18-14 Cedarville. Just the 2nd kill for Cassie Shields. Broadway on the serve receive. A quick attack in the middle from the setter Layden, putting it perfectly in place for Jessica Ickes to get a kill.
And that was a nice quick attack, and it was very successful. We haven't seen that in either set so far from Lake Erie side of the court, and Cedarville's block was not ready for it.
Ickes, a 6-foot sophomore from North Canton, Ohio, now a team-high 4 kills after that last point. This will be a free ball from Hensley. Thugs to the setter, Layden. Right back to Fuggs, goes up strong, and a block there by Shields and Hensley. Point to Cedarville.
And Cedarville's block has been timing so much better this second set. And the results are a kill, and Cedarville up by 4, 19-15.
7 blocks for the Lady Jackets, 5 for the Storm. Hensley to serve it, looking for point number 20. Ball cannot be kept in play. Out the arms of Alexandra Matthews. And it'll be a timeout taken by first-year coach Maria Blatnick of Lake Erie. Her team trailing here in set number 2 by a score of 20-15 after dropping set number 1, 25-20. So a good timeout there for Lake Erie. We have some replay highlights for you.
And this was a nice back attack from Lake Erie side of the court, and now we're going to watch Blakemore getting it done in the middle. And now the tip from Lake Erie. You saw Cedarville's defense too far back, and the Heegard getting it done. Just another great kill. She loves that slide from the middle, and it's been very successful. I like the way that Cedarville's offensive tools have been evenly spread. Matney's doing a nice job of setting whoever's in the front row, but mixing it up, not constantly going outside, letting the middle, doing the slide. And so all those different looks often frustrates and confuses the defense. And so you want to keep that up if you get the pass where you have the capability of doing that. If the pass is behind the 10-foot line, it's often very hard to do anything but set outside, and that allows your opponent to camp out with a block.
Back to the action in set number 2. Madeline Hensley to serve it across the net. Nice diving save by Felton off in the attack from Lake Erie, and that kill will go to Cam Davenport in a net violation call against Lake Erie. Davenport now with 3 kills, a couple aces, 5 digs. Hensley to serve it again. Going deep, packing up to get it was Broadway of Lake Erie. Attack of the middle, put down by Blakemore. A diving attempt by Broadway as she dove toward the bleachers. Cannot be playable. 22-15 Cedarville. 4 straight points put on the board by the Lady Jackets. Another good serve there by Hensley. Going way back to get it was Broadway. The libero, free ball to Cedarville. We'll set it up. Here's Hensley to Matney. She'll go back set to Blakemore. Kept in play by Lake Erie. Layden on the back set to Fuggs. That one cannot clear the net. It'll be a point to the Lady Jackets. On the attack here from Fuggs.
Coach Blakenick is doing a good job of instructing between plays.
Olaf from the back row. She is a talented player, getting it done for Lake Erie. Finds space just inside that back line for the kill.
And that just dipped right at the last second and stayed in bounds.
Serving is Brooklyn Broadway. Abby Kuiper on the serve receive. Shields off a nice set right at the top of the net from Matney. Cassie Shields puts down her 3rd kill.
And I know we mentioned it earlier, but it's really fun to watch Cassie get it done from the middle position, as she's usually an outside hitter, but playing a lot of middle lately.
Set point, it's Shields on the serving line. Here's the jump serve, fires it deep into the corner down to our left. And set number 2 will end on an ace serve from Cassie Shields, her 4th of the match, and it's 25-16, a final score in set number 2. Lady Jackets now lead at 2-0 after winning the first one 25-20. They take victory here in set 2, 25-16, and Lady Jackets now a commanding 2-0 lead.
And Cassie Shields, that jump serve is so effective and such a great tool. She does well. If she keeps it in bounds, it's really hard to defend. And so what a nice way to finish the second set for Cedarville. And here, let's just look at it again. Look how deep it was, but it stayed in bounds. Great job by Cassie Shields.
Well, we're going to take about a 3-minute break. As we get ready for set number 3, we'll have some features for you to enjoy. We'll come back and look at the official stat highlights and get you ready for action here. The Lady Jackets in control, 2-0 over Lake Erie. You're watching Lady Jacket Volleyball on the Great Midwest Digital Network. Stay with us.
Students will spend about 1,000 days in college. Think of the life decisions that take place during those critical years. Cedarville University intentionally stewards every one of those days because we believe every day matters. During their 1,000 days on our campus, students are challenged to make God's Word their foundation for life. This happens through daily chapel, Bible minor classes, and intentional discipleship. Students are equipped for career success through more than 175 in-demand academic programs to Christ. Explore our top-ranked undergraduate, graduate, and online programs for yourself.
And welcome back here to the Catlin Athletic Center. We are ready to go pretty much for set number 3, Lady Jackets of Cedarville and the Storm of Lake Erie. With the Lady Jackets in control, 2-0. A couple quick stat highlights for you. First of all, for Lake Erie, Dora Ola and Jessica Ickes with 4 kills each. Sarah Layden, one of their 2 setters, with 9 assists on the back line, 6 digs each from Brooklyn Broadway and Taylor Metzler. 5 blocks on the night for Lake Erie, hitting at 7%. Cedarville led by 2 players with 7 kills, Heegard and Blakemore with 7, Hensley with 6, 26 assists from Kaylee Matney. And on the back line, libero Talia Felton with 7 digs, 8 blocks for Cedarville, hitting at just under 25%.
And Lake Erie really struggled with their attack game in that second set, and so be ready for that adjustment. I'm sure that's what the coach addressed with them. And the block game for Cedarville has been good too.
Teams have switched sides. Lady Jackets on the left of the net, Lake Erie on the right.
Cedarville was a little late coming. Lake Erie was already on the court, and we weren't even seeing Cedarville blue in the gym. And so they finally have made their way onto the court, ready to go. The official was looking for them.
Lake Erie to put things into play with a missed serve to give the first point of set 3 to Cedarville. This will be Greta Blakemore to serve it now for Lady Jackets. Set from Shure, back set, roll shot, a diving save by Felton. Blakemore from the right side. And another net violation will be whistled against Lake Erie's senior middle hitter, Anna Lewis, in there for the first time, I believe, tonight. Blakemore sends that one off the side of the court, out of play for a missed serve for Cedarville.
Good idea of trying to go across court. However, she wasn't able to keep it in bounds.
Taylor Metzler will put it in play on the serving line. Davenport on the roll shot on the left side. Back set it goes for Lake Erie. A dig there by Abby Kuiper. Blakemore on the nice set, puts it across, fielded by Lake Erie. And that one from the right side from McMorr hits the net. Point to Cedarville.
And sometimes as a hitter, when you are getting ready to contact the ball that has been set to you and you see a solid block in front of you, sometimes that last second causes you to hit it in the net like we just saw.
Cam Davenport, a nice solid serve right there, kept in play by Lake Erie. Ball still alive. This is Hensley from the left side going deep. Off the set from Matney. No touch there by Lake Erie. And the Storm has the point. Brooklyn Broadway, libero to serve it. Felton, Blakemore, Emma Kuiper await the serve. Matney outside the 10-foot line. Back row attack from Blakemore, sails out of play on the back line. We're tied at 3.
And Blakemore did not follow through because she was so far off the net and she was afraid that she'd be in the net. And she sent it out of bounds.
Hensley off the set from Matney at the 10-foot line. Powerful hit from the freshman. Cannot be kept in play cleanly by Dora Ola of Lake Erie. 4-3 Cedarville. Talia Felton uncharacteristically on the missed serve, puts it into the net. That's missed serve number 8 for Cedarville, tying the score at 4. Serve received by Blakemore. Outside it goes to Hensley, blocked at the net, kept a play by Emma Kuiper. Back set to Shields, kind of an awkward falling away from the net, but Cassie Shields puts it on the cross-court angle for a kill for Cedarville.
I thought the Lake Erie player slipped, but she's not grabbing for the towel, so just not able to get in motion.
Matney serves it. Broadway fields it. Olaf from the right side. Off the top of the net, out of play on that far sideline. That will be a point to Cedarville. Matney missed serve for the Lady Jackets. Interesting. Felton, Matney with a missed serve here early going in set 3. 9 on the night for the Lady Jackets, 3 for Lake Erie.
And that's not very typical for either one of them.
Correct. Here's the serve from Ola. Hensley from the left side. Awkward attempt there from the set from Matney. 6-6 is our score. Dora Ola, another serve, going deep. Emma Kuiper back to get it. Matney, middle attack to Blakemore, right to the outstretched arms of Sarah Layden for a kill for Greta Blakemore. Davenport checks in, Emma Kuiper out, Madeline Hensley to serve it. Barely cleared the net, kept in play by Broadway, but the ball cannot be kept alive by Layden. Point to Cedarville. 8-6 is the 2-point advantage.
Nice ace serve.
Hensley into the net. Double figures missed serves for the Lady Jackets with the 1-point lead, 8-7. Back to serve is Jessica Ickes. Matney, she'll find Davenport on the left side. Little push shot there by Cam, kept in play by Lake Erie. This is Fuggs on the right side. That one blocked out of play on the attempt from Davenport and Shields. Another kill for Nia Fuggs of the Storm. Abby Kuiper on the serve receive. Nice one-hand set by Matney. Just at the top of the net it was, waiting for Cassie Shields to put it down for the kill. Beautiful play.
That was amazing. A great set, but that real quick, soft set right in the hands of Cassie Shields, and she sent it down before Lake Erie's defense could react. Well done.
Kill number 5 for Shields. She'll be back on the serving line. Another powerful jump serve, another ace, the 4th of the night. Actually, the 2nd of the night, my mistake for Shields.
She ended set 2 with an ace, and now her first time serving in set 3 is another ace.
70 aces on the season for the sophomore Cassie Shields. Top ace server in the GMAC. Matney at the net. Blakemore somehow manages to get that ball in play over the net. Here's a back set to Fuggs right through the block of Davenport and Heegard. Another kill for Nia Fuggs. She now has a team high 6. Simone Schur will serve it for Coach Blatnick. Goes deep corner, down line. Davenport kind of thought it might go out. It stayed in bounds just inside the back corner, and we find ourselves tied at 10 points apiece.
And Lake Erie's hanging around, getting it done. Just when Cedarville gets a nice little run.
That serve cannot be handled by Davenport. Back-to-back aces from Schur, and the Lake Erie Storm has a 1-point lead at 11-10. Schur will try it again. Again, Davenport, though, this time she's better prepared for it. On the back set to Blakemore, passed up by the Storm. Kuiper down to get it over the net, put right back down. Again, Kuiper is there and put it down again at the net. Caitlin McMorrow gets the kill.
Lake Erie up by 2.
Simone Schur, another good serve. This one will not stay in play as Davenport got out of the way. It went off the back line. Just the 4th missed serve of the evening for Lake Erie. Blakemore to serve it for Cedarville. Right side attack, put down right inside the back line. Alexandra Matthews from Orlando, Florida, has not seen a lot of action, but that's a pretty play right there to give Lake Erie back the 2-point lead.
She was able to not only get a strong vertical, but had a little bit of hang time and sent it down.
Taylor Metzler to serve it. Felton to Matney. On the slide, it's Heegard. Block cannot control that. A slide attack from Heegard. Point to Cedarville.
And like we said in set 2, she loves that slide attack and is so effective at it.
8 kills for Heegard. Davenport comes out. Emma Kuiper in. She'll serve it. Will Kuiper. Broadway backs up to get it. This is Ola from the left side. Blocked right back down by Matney, and Heegard timed it just perfectly at the net. That one credited on the solo block to Heegard. Kuiper fires that one smack dab into the net. Miss serve number 11. And that gives the Storm back to a 1-point lead. Brooklyn Broadway serving. Kuiper on the serve receive. Hensley, big time ups on that one. Put it right in front of the libero Broadway for a kill for Madeline Hensley.
And there's something to be said about Hensley's attack. When she's able to get high and send it down, the ball spins and just drops right at the end.
8 kills for Hensley. Miscommunication right there between the setter and the attackers for Lake Erie, but it finds space on the Cedarville side of the net, and the Storm back to a 1-point lead. Sarah Layden to serve it for Lake Erie. High floater, Blakemore to Matney. Outside again to Hensley, goes up strong. That one will be blocked, but it will be out of bounds for a kill for Hensley.
And again, they blocked and they tooled the block, and it went all the way across the court. That shows you how hard of a hit it was. 9
kills for Hensley as well as Blakemore. Here's the set from Layden, back set to Ola, going over the block, kept in play by Felton, but a diving attempt as the ball goes into the net cannot be kept alive by Matney. And we just go back and forth, point by point, 16-15 Lake Erie.
You got to give credit to Lake Erie, who's hanging around and not giving up with their back against the wall, down 2 sets, but they are just playing it through it.
Ola, a serve for the senior from Hungary, deflected off the arms of Madeline Hensley, and it's now a 2-point lead for Lake Erie. Emma Kuiper on the solid serve receive. Shields goes down line, and that one caught the libero Broadway flat-footed. Cassie Shields beautifully put down line for the kill for Cedarville.
And you are exactly right. Beautifully played down line, keeping it in bounds. It looked like it was going out, but it did not.
6 kills for Cassie Shields. Madeline Hensley misserved. That one hitting the bottom of the net. 18-16 Lake Erie. Jessica Ickes to serve it. Felton to Matney on the high pass. Davenport up strong. That one comes across on the dig. Shields blocked right back down. A powerful hit by Shields, and the double block gives point number 19, to Lake Erie, and Coach Greg Smith has to take a timeout as he finds himself trailing here in set number 3 by 3 points.
And that's a good timeout, timing of timeout for Coach Smith, because Lake Erie has just been chipping away, and got a strong run here. And so he's trying to change momentum, but I'm sure there's some things that he's instructing and some things that have to change. Cedarville's got to clean up its serve. They have 6 missed serves in set number 3 and 12 for the night. And so no more missed serves, ladies.
Greg Smith down below to our left with his team around him, trying to get back in this set number 3. 6th year at the helm of the program, 75 wins, 75 losses.
And the Storm is coming out, ready to try to get that magical number 20. And Cedarville's got to defend and not allow that to happen and get a run going. So let's see what happens after this timeout.
We've seen it frequently, Lady Jackets, with the 2-0 lead. Sometimes things slip away in the 3rd set. Allow a team to stay alive. We'll see how this one transpires. Here's another serve for Lake Erie, passed up by Davenport at the net. Matney, a one-hand save, and Davenport on the roll shot. Now Lake Erie resets the offense, and a Net violation called against Lake Erie.
Coach Blacknick questioning who it was.
Cassie Shields to serve. She'll move to the center of the line. High floater. Layden, quick attack in the middle, blocked right back down by Hegard and Blackmore off the attack coming from Anna Lewis of Lake Erie. Solid effort right there. It's 19-18 Lake Erie.
Blakemore got that block closed really quick, and the combination of Hegard and Blakemore got it done.
Shields trying to tie things up here in set 3. Here comes a back row attack from Ola, rolls it across. On the overpass, put right back down by Lake Erie. At the net, it's going to be still in play. Fuggs puts it across. Abby Kuiper on the save. Davenport on the tip shot. Lake Erie resets. Fuggs on that right side. Blocked right back down by Hegard and Davenport. And that one from the left side by Alexandra Matthews hits the net. We are tied at 19. So 3 straight points scored by Cedarville after the timeout by Coach Smith.
Yep, which tells you that the timing of that timeout was perfect.
Shields off the top of the net, kept in play by Lake Erie. That one off the attack, hits the line judge in the foot. So you know that one was definitely called correctly. 20-19 Cedarville.
Correct. If it hits you and you're not on the court, it's a timeout, and Cedarville did a great job, and now Lake Erie's taking their timeout trying to stop the momentum that Cedarville has going right now with the last 4 straight points, I believe. Yep.
Lake Erie backs against the wall here in set 3 after dropping the first 2 sets, 25-20 and 25-16. They trail here by just 1 point after Lady Jackets have, as you said, put 4 points on the board. Tomorrow night, Lake Erie will head a little further south. They will end up their season down in Crestview Hills, Kentucky, to take on the Thomas More Saints. That one will start at 6 o'clock as the final day of competition will be in play tomorrow. Lady Jackets will be hosting Ursuline. 2 o'clock will be the start of that match here in Canlan. It'll be senior day, I should say, with a couple outstanding young ladies, Abby Kuiper and Haley Goff, being recognized as the lone seniors before that match begins tomorrow here at 2 o'clock. Set number 3 action continues. Cassie Shields with the 1-point lead, 20-19 on the serving line. That one, again, barely cleared the net, but kept in play. Fuggs, a little roll shot over the block attempt of Davenport and Hegard to tie things up at 20.
And Cassie Shields did her part in this comeback. And now we're tied 20-20.
Simone Schur to serve it for the Storm. 5'7" junior setter. Sends it deep. Abby Kuiper on the serve receive. Hegard winds up big time. She was going to crank that one down, but couldn't quite get a solid attempt on it. And it goes out of bounds on the near sideline, 21-20 Lake Erie.
Well-timed timeout for the Lake Erie side.
Sure. Goes after Davenport. Back set to Blakemore. Off the top of the block. One-hand attempt. Nice effort by Ola. But the libero Broadway could not keep it in play. We're tied at 21. Greta Blakemore to serve it. Broadway on the pass. Sure. Back set to Matthews off the top of the net. The block was there, but not quite sure it got set in time, and it's a 1-point lead now for Lake Erie.
And it looks like we're going to go back and forth the last few points of this third set.
Taylor Metzler to serve it. Felton handles it. Matney outside the 10-foot line. Davenport up strong, blocked out of bounds on the right side. off the arms of Anna Lewis and Caitlin McMorr for a kill for Davenport. 22-22 is our score.
And Davenport did a nice job of looking at the block and hitting it so that the block was tooled, as we say. She tooled the block and made sure it went out of bounds. She was very confident and she was accurate.
Emma Kuiper to serve it as the freshman. Here's the set from Schur. Middle attack put across, and it'll find the donut hole. Nicely placed there by Anna Lewis, a senior. A big point right there for Lake Erie. They lead it by 1.
And right now the tip, aggressive tip over the block is what is hurting Cedarville's defense.
Brooklyn Broadway to serve it. Blakemore and Emma Kuiper run into each other. There's a big time block on the right side off the attack from Hensley. And we are at set point for Lake Erie, 24-22. And Coach Greg Smith has to take his second and final timeout. That was a solid effort on the block. McMorr and Ickes combined to put that one right back down for set point now coming here for Lake Erie when action resumes after the timeout from Coach Smith.
And Cedarville has to come out of this timeout and get the next point in order for this set 3 to continue. Lake Erie, on the other hand, they come out and they just need 1. And so we'll see which team is focused and ready to go. Here we go. Lake Erie able to attack, but Cedarville's block was right there. And there's that tip right over the block, roll shot from the outside. And now you're going to see another great out of the middle hit from Cedarville. And here's Hensley soaring, but the block on Lake Erie had it and brought it down.
Set point for Lake Erie, trailing 2-0, trying to stay alive in the match. And here comes the serve from Broadway. High floater. Blakemore handles it. Here's Matney on the slide attack to Heegard. Buries it right through the block on the left side of the net from Ola and Ickes. And a big point right there for Heegard, 24-23. Still at set point for Lake Erie.
And that's exactly what you wanted to see. Heegard get that slide, and so far Lake Erie has not had an answer for that.
Schur on the tip shot, put back down by Hensley. Lake Erie resets. Dig by Felton. Outside it goes to Hensley. Up strong. There's the dig from Broadway. Schur with the set near side. Ola. Kept in play by Kuiper. Kept in play by Felton on the free ball to Lake Erie. Simone Schur near side to Dora Ola. Tried to do a tip shot. Matney and Shields were waiting for it. Could not get it over. We are tied at 24.
And the crowd enjoyed that. Nice comeback from Cedarville's side, and the energy of the crowd got into it. Just a reminder, you have to win by 2.
Leah Felton on the serving line. Here's the set from Schur. Little tip shot in the middle. There's Hensley to keep it in play. Hensley gets it right back from Matney. Goes up and drills it down for another big-time kill. Hensley with her 10th kill. Match point for Cedarville.
And just like that, Cedarville's up 25-24.
Big serve coming here for Felton. Broadway on the serve receive. This is Ola, tip shot. It will be in front of that 10-foot line in that famous donut hole. We are tied at 25.
And so far, Cedarville hasn't had an answer for the tip game that Lake Erie has sent their way.
Thugs back in for Lake Erie. In to serve will be the setter, Sarah Layden. Blakemore, Emma Kuiper, Felton await it. Tied at 25. Matney outside, tip shot by Hensley. A one-handed attempt on the dig from Ola. Thugs on the attack, kept alive by Kuiper. Blakemore from the left, right side, off the back line on the miss hit. And now we are at set point for Lake Erie, 26-25. Cedarville looking for one good pass. That will be a missed serve, a huge break right there for the Lady Jackets off the missed serve from Layden, and we're tied at 26.
I like the way Cedarville's back row just followed that ball all the way to make sure it crossed that end line, and it did.
Kaylee Matney will serve it for Cedarville. Tough play right here for the Storm. They'll regroup. Ola off the court, puts it across the net. Matney outside. Hensley up strong. Cross court at the 10-foot line. Puts it right between Ola and Broadway. We are at set point now and match point for Cedarville, 27-26. Kaylee Matney serves it short. Storm scrambling, free ball, Thugs up high over the net. Felton, solid pass, Matney. Blakemore from the right side, blocked right back down by Lake Erie's Ickes and Ola. And we find ourselves tied at 27. This is the senior Hungarian, Dora Ola, serving for Lake Erie. Short floater serve kept alive. This is Hensley from that left side, blocked at the net by Lake Erie. Matney resets. Outside it goes again to Hensley. Goes up strong. Over the top of the block, but off the back line. And it's a set point now for Lake Erie at 28-27. Ola. Short. Hensley to Matney. Outside to Hensley. Goes up strong. Ball through the block. And a one-hand attempt by Layden. Can't keep the ball in play. We are tied at 28. Here in set number 3. Lady Jackets up 2-0 in a real battle here with Lake Erie.
A real battle.
Madeline Hensley to serve it. Ola. Thugs off the court. This will be a free ball off the hands of Broadway. Blakemore, a nice pass up to Matney. Pushed across the net by Shields. Ball out of play, far sideline. And now we are at match point for Cedarville, 29-28. There's the official's whistle. Hensley across the net it goes. Passed up by Ola. On the set from Layden. Thugs on the right side. Sends it way off the back line. Well over all players and out of play on the miss hit from Thugs. And it's a 30-28 victory for the Lady Jackets over Lake Erie to win tonight's match 3-0, 25-20, 25-16 in a classic third set. 30-28, Lady Jackets prevail over Lake Erie. Cedarville now 14-15 on the year, even up their record at 9-9 in the GMAC. Lake Erie will fall to 4-25 and 3-15 in the GMAC.
Got to give some credit to Lake Erie Storm team that came in here and look at what they did in the third set. A lot of teams, when you're down 2, they are not emotionally or physically focused, but they did not give up. They pushed all the way to the end, and the score was 30-28. And however, Cedarville was able to stay tough and get it done.
Well, the Lady Jackets did exactly what they needed to do to try and stay in that positioning for the final spot in the GMAC postseason. Now just one match remains in the regular season. That will be against, as we said earlier, the Ursuline Arrows here in town at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon on Senior Day.
And we're now watching the teams gather on the court for the end of the game prayer time.
Coach Clark, you mentioned earlier, great effort by this Lake Erie team. Really not a lot of things to play for, but they